In this slide, we will show you on how to compare between two strings. In C++, there is a statement to check whether two strings are equal or not. Okay, for example, we can check by using .compare statement in C++. Let's look at the syntax. So the syntax is the first string, string 1, for example, and then .compare string 2, the second string. So if these strings are equal, it will return value 0. Otherwise, if it is not equal, it will return value 1. Let's look at this example. Okay, for example, we have two strings, string 1 and string 2. So the data type of this string, obviously it must be string. Okay, and then string 1 store value welcome to C++. Okay, and then string 2 also store value welcome to C++. Then we want to check whether string 1 and string 2 is equal or not. So what we do is we need to declare one variable to store the return value of this statement. Okay, for example, here we have I. So int I. So I is of type int because the value inside it is going to be 0 or 1. So then we put the str1, string 1, okay, dot compare string 2, okay, str2. And then if I equal to 0, okay, if this statement is equal, okay, the string is equal, then it will return to 0. If I equal to 0, then it will display strings are equal. Else, it will display strings are not equal. So let's say we compile and run this program. So this is going to be the result. Strings are equal. Okay, let's say we have here, okay, two different strings. Okay, we want to write a program to check whether the strings are equal or not. So for example, we have here a string str1 is welcome to D minus minus, and then string str2 is equal to welcome to C++. So obviously, these two strings are not equal. Okay, let's check this program. So what we do is int I equal to str1.compare str2. Okay, so I equal to 0. Okay, we store the value, the return value into I. So if I equal to 0, okay, so it will display strings are equal. Else it will display strings are not equal. So when we run this program, it will display strings are not equal. Okay, so okay, let's look at another example, example 3. Okay, example 3 is where we will write a program to accept a string. Okay, we will accept, in this case, two strings because we want to check whether the strings are equal or not. So what we do is that we are using getLine_cin, so we need to include string. Okay, so we have a string, we declare it, we have two string. One is str1 and the second one is str2. Okay, these are variables. So we want to display this line, cout enter string 1. And then next we want to accept input from the user. We are using getLine_cin str1. And then we want to do for another string, the next string, cout enter string 2. Okay, and then getLine_cin string 2. So then we will compare int I equal to str1 dot compare str2. So the strings that has been input by the user will be compared using this statement. So if I equal to 0, then it will display strings are equal. Else strings are not equal. So let's say we compile and run this program. So the output will show you enter string 1. So let's say we key in value Sunday. So Sunday will be stored in str1. And then enter string 2. We again key in Sunday. Then this Sunday will be stored in str2. So the .compare command will compare these strings, so it will display strings are equal because Sunday is equal to Sunday. So what happens if we put different strings for those str1 and str2. For example, we compile and run again, so it will display enter string 1. So the user will key in programming is fun. So when it return, it will display enter string 2. Okay, so let's say we key in programming is difficult. And then the dot compare command will compare these strings. So obviously programming is fun and programming is difficult is not equal. So it will display strings are not equal.